Wicks and Coils, guys. Wicks and Coils. Do a little talk about this as I re-wick this in a non-traditional fashion. You don't see my coils anymore. Hey, they're actually nano coils, 10 wrap 28 gauge dual. And what I did, oh, thank you, wife. Which brought me coffee. What I did was, instead of having the coil, let me first demonstration. Say this is the coil. Instead of having the coil like this and then wicking from the bottom like such, where my hand is now the cotton cloud, what I did was I put the cotton down here and I wrapped it around like such. And I did this for two reasons. First of all, if I do this, my air hole's down here, guys, so when I'm sucking in, it's just hitting the cotton, and my vapor production is all coming from up here. It's not giving me a good hit. It's giving me dry hits. And what I noticed is even if that cotton cloud is moist, it's tasting dry and burnt. And this is irritating the crap out of me because I'm using nano coils. I shouldn't do that. So that's kind of the conclusion I went to. Was I said, hey, it's not wicking right. And coils are like 60% of the build, but the rest of the 40% is your wick. Guys, your wick is very important. And what I see in a lot of videos is this coil, that coil. Like Rip Tripper's video has awesome coils. He builds the most craziest coils, the Abyss coil, the Dragon Firefly coil, or whatever. If you're looking for a coil build, go to his videos. He builds the most craziest wicks, craziest coils, and they work. Now, say you built his coil, the one he says performed flawlessly, and you wick that wrong, it's not going to hit with crap, and you're going to say, this coil is shitty. But it's not shitty, and it's been proven, because Rip Tripper vaped on, you saw his vapor production, it's immense, but your build is not hitting correctly. It's because you're not wicking correctly. And this is what I noticed about my nano coils, is that I put two cotton clouds underneath the coil, and it was, the first hit was nice, very fair, flavorful, a lot of vapor. After the second hit, it was like burnt flavor, dry hits. And the third hit, it was the 100% burnt flavor and throat choking. So I tried all these different kind of wicks. I tried putting silica on the bottom, pretty much the same ordeal. And then I went with this wraparound wick. And my golly, this is the most awesome wick. So here's the theory behind it, is that because now I have my coil wrapped, I'm having my wick wrapped around like such, the vapor production is now coming from down here. And because my intake hole is right here, I'm intaking exactly where the vapor production is coming from. At the same time, I'm trying to cool down that coil as much as I can, because it's a nano coil, it gets really hot. I want to cool that coil down. From the top, it's being cooled by the juice. So as I cool down that coil as much as I can, and it's creating massive amounts of vapor, I'm getting a very good hit. Very good hit. I wouldn't say it's a warm hit, it's kind of a cool hit, but the vapor production is something out of this world. As nano coils usually tend to, nano coils usually tend to give a pretty immense vapor as long as you have the correct wicking. So this is a brand new cotton that I just wicked for this morning. This should last me about half a day. I drench it kind of heavy because it is the first time I am using this cotton. So, wow, the flavor is delicious. But I should have just waited till it concentrated a little bit more. So my very first go at this, and I gotta adjust it just a little bit so that I actually get some better airflow to the bottom. So again, it's performing. And as I keep using this cotton and keep adjusting just a little bit to get a little bit more airflow through the bottom, it's going to perform better and better. So let's just do that a little bit. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now, it should be something immense. Aha! There we go. Now you can see the coils through the side of that. This thing should hit pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and add a few drops. Guys, I'm 6'5". You can kind of correlate. I mean, this is like my, from right here is the kind of mid part of my stomach to the upper part of my stomach. I'm a huge guy, and you can tell how much vapor this is producing. Now, that's just proof right there that fiddling with the wick a little. I kind of fiddled it till I found that coil where it's actually letting out the vapors, and I opened it up a little, just fiddling with the wick, and you can tell the performance difference right off the bat. So this is what I'm saying about how important wicks are. Coils are important, but without the proper wick, it's not going to work. And then same, if you have the perfect wick, without the coil's performance, it's not going to work. They kind of go with each other. So don't kind of throw away a coil and, well, this is crap because you think the coil's crap. If you don't wick right, guys, then the coil's going to, you know, perform like crap. But you get that wick correctly now, boom, it just comes alive. So that's dual nano coils. It's 10 wraps of 28 gauge on pretty much a needle. And that hole's too small to thread anything through, and I have not got this to wick correctly until I found this method, the wraparound method. And this is probably only for the Omega, because that hole is built in, huge, and it's towards the bottom. So on Nimbuses and Icos, the hole's kind of up top, so you could get away with putting the cotton underneath. What I noticed about putting the cotton underneath is that once that cotton stops absorbing correctly, it won't dry correctly. It won't hit correctly. Unlike this wraparound method, where even if that cotton stops to absorb correctly, you'll still get massive hits. Just because, I mean, you have it surrounded. And then the heat production just has nowhere else to go. So, and I should be at the end of this wick. It should be pretty dry, but I'm still gonna vape on it because I can, and I don't taste that dryness anymore. So if you look at how this fires, see the vapor is coming out through the sides and it's not coming out through the top. So this kind of wicking method is perfect for this kind of build. Your mileage may vary, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment or send me a PM and I'll try to get back to you. Alright, thanks for watching.